Then, when you feel so, gently close your eyes. There should be no strain while closing the eyes. If you have wear the specs, kindly remove the specs. Keep them aside for the meditation practice. And the upper eyelid should be pressed very gently with the lower eyelid. Sit tall. There should be the normal curvature of your spine must be maintained while sitting. Push your stomach slightly in and try to attain the stillness in your body posture. Allow the body to become as still as can be. And try to relax in this stillness, what you are achieving slowly and gradually. Enjoy this stillness of the body. Whatever tightness or stiffness is there in your joint and muscles, try to relax them. Mentally instruct your all the joint and muscles to relax each and every body part. There should be no tightness or no stiffness in the body. Gently localize your breath now in and around of your nostril region. Complete awareness at the nostril region. You relax your all the facial muscles. Your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, cheeks, ears, jawline, your upper lip and lower lip, and your tongue. There should be a space between your both teeth. Now slowly, gently be aware of the breath in and around of your nostril region. Feel the breathing very clearly. It's going in and it's coming out. Slowly bring the awareness to the top of the head, just at the center point of your head. Remain there for a few moments. Gently bring your awareness at the mid-brow region, between the both eyebrows, the center point of your forehead. Do not put much strain with the eyes. Just try to become aware of your center point. Between the both eyebrows. Try to remain there. Your eyes are fully relaxed while becoming aware. Now slowly come to the throat region. Be aware of your throat region. You can always mentally instruct your mind here. And repeat the positive affirmations after me for all the thyroid disorders, hyperthyroid or hypothyroid, that my throat is healthy. Repeat within in your mind 3 times. My throat is healthy. My throat is healthy. Now gently spread your awareness towards your chest region. Feel the sensations at the center of your chest. Just try to be aware a little bit more deep into your lungs. Feel the presence of the air into your lungs. Remain here for a couple of breaths. With the full awareness of your breath, just become aware of your chest region and watch the rise and fall of your chest. Now slowly come to the navel region. Bring the awareness around the navel region. Watch all the sensations, whatever is happening right now in this abdominal region, and try to become aware as much as you can. During this entire practice, there might be a possibility that multiple thoughts are coming to your mind. What was happening just before the class, or probably what you are going to do after the class. That is very natural and normal. But try to let go each and every thought, and without any hasty movements, bring your awareness towards your breath. Now from the navel region, let's go down a little bit lower more. Become aware of your lower abdominal region, the pubic region, and feel the sensations over there. And for healthy menstrual cycle, you can always repeat these positive affirmations in your mind. I accept my body as it is, natural and normal. I love and approve of myself. Let's repeat within in your mind 3 times after me. I accept my body as it is, natural and normal. I love and approve of myself. I accept my body as it is, natural and normal. I love and approve of myself. I accept my body as it is, natural and normal. I love and approve of myself. Now from the front upper body, let's take the sensation, let's take the awareness towards the back side of your body. Feel the base of the backbone, the tailbone. Feel the mid-back region on the spinal column, directly behind the navel region. And feel the sensations, whatever is happening there. Since the lower back is also involved during the menstruation, a woman feels pains over there. So you can always remain focused here and repeat the positive affirmations while focusing at this region. I relax and allow my mind to be peaceful. Please repeat 3 times in your mind after me while becoming aware of your lower back region. I relax and allow my mind to be peaceful. I relax and allow my mind to be peaceful. I relax and allow my mind to be peaceful. Now slowly with this lower back region sensation and awareness, raise the awareness to the upper spinal column on a point just behind your chest. Remain there for a couple of breaths. Now slowly come to the neck region directly behind your throat. And slowly come to the back of the head on a point directly to the back of the mid-brow region. Remain here for a few breaths more. Be alert, be awake, be aware. Now gently sweep the awareness from top of the head till tip of the toe, and then tip of the toe till top of the head. Take 2 more rounds while connecting all the points of your body. And try to remain aware of your breath while becoming aware of all the joints of your body. Now slowly bring the awareness to the mid-brow region, center point of your forehead. There should be no exertion in the eyes, no strain at all. And ensure there should be no falling asleep. Your mind is not falling asleep, it's completely active. Remain in this region for a couple of breaths and try to be aware, be alert, and be awake as much as you can. Now slowly, with this gentle awareness of your breath and of your body, and with the awareness at the center of your midbrain region, let's chant three omkars while be aware of your center of your midbrain region. Inhale. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently rub your palms, create some heat, create some energy. Place them on your eyes very gently, give some warmth. And when you are ready, blink your eyes and slowly open. Alright. So this was the basic meditation which you can always amend. The positive affirmations can be amended as per the requirement and as per the need. Okay. So suppose there is a irregular menstruation cycle, or there is a heavy flow in the blood, dysmenorrhea, oligomenorrhea, or menorrhagia. So you can always amend these positive affirmations as per the need. I have mentioned over here very basic positive affirmations overall, which can help a female. But yes, these can be amended as per the need and as per the requirement. No, Seema, this is this doesn't call Yog Nidra. This is not Yog Nidra. Yog Nidra we will practice. Yog Nidra always get practiced in the lying down position. So that is different. We will practice probably in the mostly in the next week or next to next week. We'll practice that. And now I'll share the presentations with you. I have already uploaded these two presentations for the yoga for menstrual healthy menstrual cycle and yoga for hormonal imbalance. This you can find in the drive, but at the same time let's discuss it here, and if you have any questions we can discuss it at the end. All right, so let's begin. Let me share the PPT with you. Okay. Is it visible to all? Can somebody give me thumbs up? Okay, perfect. So, moving ahead, theory you all know. I'll not share much in theory part. What is menorrhagia, heavy, oligomenorrhea, irregular amenorrhea, absence, and dysmenorrhea, cramps, and painful bleeding. Symptoms, causes, I'm not going to mention much. This I have mentioned just for the idea, like what can be done. So what all causes can be there because of menorrhagia, hypothyroidism, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, vitamin K deficiency. So hypothyroidism, I'm going to cover up in my next PPT, another PPT, which I'm going to discuss right now after this. And then dysmenorrhea, of course, there are multiple causes and symptoms in which endometriosis comes, fibroids, cervical stenosis, vaginal abnormalities comes. And for amenorrhea, yes, only one symptom, that it's an absence of women's period, but there are multiple irregularities where one is the irregular or missed periods. So how to become the healthy pelvic region, how to get that healthy pelvic region. For that, yes, we will understand what we can do. So first of all, during menstruation, there will be no inversions, no twisting poses at all. Okay, opposite side, like on the head, whatever inversion poses are there, we will not practice at all. Okay, all the Shirshasana, Sarvangasana, Viprit Karni with the full, without any support, these kind of poses we will not practice. All the tight twisting poses, close twisting poses, we will not practice, because the blood circulation, the flow of blood get disrupted during these inversions. क्योंकि आपको कल आपने पता कर लिया होगा कि अपान वायु का सारा रहता है. I'm not going into theory, but yes, this is the what poses we will not do, inversions and twisting we will not perform. Okay. Then in dysmenorrhea, basically we can practice Baddha Konasana, forward Upvisht Konasana, Pasasana, loose pose, twisting, gentle twisting, Yog Mudra and Vajrasana. These are not practicing, we are not practicing during the menstruation. It is in the non-menstruating day to make the healthy reproductive system. Okay, so do not get confused. No poses to be practiced in the menstruation cycle. Again and again, I am repeating, no poses. Only relaxation techniques, pranayam, anulom vilom, breathing exercise, deep breathing, asana, or relaxation techniques, meditation, simple meditation, जैसे हमने अभी किया है. Those can be practiced. Then in menstrual cramps के लिए Baddha Konasana is very much helpful. For irregular delayed cycle, Supta Virasana, Supta Baddha Konasana are very much helpful. Okay. So moving ahead, noose pose, what I was telling, Pasasana is this, like we are in the squat pose and we are in the Utkat asana pose and we are trying to make a twisting. So relieve the menstrual discomfort and tension from your shoulders and neck. Dhanurasana, very good for your pelvic region, because it gets the basically pressure on the pelvic region, healthy pressure. So it eases the menstrual discomfort. All right. So these poses helps a lot. Reason being, see, why I'm discussing all these here, because I am a very general live example of practicing yoga asana. I personally had a very bad pains. I used to had, in fact, last month also, every month I have to take medicine. Every month I have to take, hot water bottle. But this time it was one of those, best month of my life where I did not take a single medicine. Single medicine. Otherwise, it's very difficult for me from my childhood. It's very difficult, always heavy, irregular menstruation are there with me. But practicing all these asanas are helping me a lot in terms of making my cycle healthy. Each and every time I am feeling energetic in, multiple various ways. Would be great if you open the slides in a bigger view. It's in bigger view, no? It's in bigger view. Please change your settings, Manisha. अगर ऐसा है
Yeah, it is in a bigger view.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So Matsyasana, fish pose, again helps in thyroid also, and at the same time it is helping you to relieve the menstruation pain also. Right. Then Ushrasana, Parivrita Trikonasana, twisting pose again, but at the same time bending downward. So that is also very good help, massage to your all the internal organs. So what I have felt that when you are on the regular days, then it is very good to practice all the yogic asanas which are including the bending and the twisting both. So it helps. Okay, it helps a lot. Then Baddhakonasana, as I said in the first class also, it is there with the female from the beginning, puberty till the menopause. It is always helpful for a female. So it should be practiced on the daily basis, at least like duration can be begin with the 30 seconds and it can reach up till 3 minutes or 5 minutes, depend on the individual capacity. It is very much helping pose for each and every female. Then Janushirasana, yes, relieves the complete symptoms of the heavy menstruation. So it is very good to practice. As I mentioned here, do not practice during menstruation because otherwise the abdomen gets compressed and the bleeding gets disturbed. So that is the reason all the bending and twisting and inversions are not preferable to practice during the cycle. Then in the last, Nadi Shodhan, Anulom Vilom. So Nadi Shodhan, as we all know, that left in, right in, left out makes one cycle. So we will practice this, and this helps a lot in terms of calm down the nervous system and relieves all the tension and headache, whatever nauseatic feelings are there. So it helps in that. Then deep breathing helps a lot. So deep breathing is like working on all the aspects, not only reproductive system, it helps in the digestive system, it helps in the increasing, endurance, stamina, releases stress. So in much, always it is helpful, reduces the stress also. So moving ahead, benefits of meditation I have mentioned over here, and that's it. Basically, we will practice all these asanas in terms of healthy menstruation cycle. Then everybody is seeing, right? Okay. Now for hypothyroid, and PCOS, PCOD. So I'll share the details, and for the PCOS, PCOD, we will practice probably in the next lecture. So hyperthyroid, as you all are aware, what happens? I'm not going to discuss again what is happening in that. What are the symptoms? Rapid heartbeat, mood swings, fatigue, weakness. We all have felt somewhere in our life. So that's completely fine. What all yogic poses we can do for hyperthyroid? Bala Asana, Majra Asana, Vitali Asana, cat cow pose. Very much helpful because it helps to stimulate the abdominal region and organs, kidney and adrenal glands. And also, since it includes the neck movements, so when we look up, so our throat gets completely stretched out. So it helps in a hyperthyroid, balances out completely. And then Setu Bandhasan and Shavasana. So Setu Bandhasan, yes, of course, very much helpful in terms of it stimulates the thyroid glands, abdominal organs, and it also calms down the nervous system. So duration can be beginning from the 30 seconds to again up to 1 minute or 2 minutes, depend on the individual capacity. And Shavasana, yes, always end the class with the corpse body pose. Then pranayam for hyperthyroid, lom vilom, bhramri are helpful, and shitli and chitkari, cooling down, cooling practices. These are very much helpful because these are not only shitli, bhramri, these are cooling effects and at the same time tranquilizing effect. So it reduces all the mental stress from the mind and improves the emotional balance basically. And whatever basic problems are there of throat region and other like teeth and gums. So it, maintain the healthy during this pranayama. Then mudra and bandhas for hyperthyroid, jiva bandh and siya mudra. If you are aware of these practices, in this what we done, bandh is nothing but the lock, seal of a particular part of your body, right? Particular organ where we seal out. So in Jiva Bandh, what we do, we lock the tongue with the upper palate. We will understand in detail when we will practice these mudras and bandhas. But at the same time, just to cover up it now, right now, it is very beneficial for your thyroid and parathyroid glands and salivary glands. So we will understand the technique definitely. Siha mudra is nothing but the gestures. Mudra is nothing but the gestures of the hands, gesture of the faces. So in this, we bring out the tongue from our mouth and we make a voice, loud voice, just like a lion roars. So we make a voice from our throat in that way. So it removes the tension, it removes the, helps to build the diaphragm and chest in a healthy way. And at the same time, it develops a very good for the making the beautiful voice, as the text says. Then Jalandhar Bandh, as we all know, chin lock. We will understand this technique also. You might be aware of, but yes, from the perspective of hyperthyroid, it stimulates the throat to helps and to balance the thyroid function, and also it regulates the metabolism. And at the end, meditation, Pranav Japa, Om meditation. We will practice this also. So what I have think of, like we will practice in each of the lectures every time a new meditation technique, so that it will help you to incorporate the accordingly in your classes. So Om chanting, yes, we will include this technique also. And Yog Nidra, as Seema was asking, so very good for hypothyroid, but at the same time, you can amend few of the steps during the practices. So suppose for how it helps for the hyperthyroid, yes, it, energy flows to a chosen particular specific area. You can do the dharana, concentration on particular organ or particular part of your body during the Yog Nidra. And so sending the deep breaths and regular practicing, it helps like all the menstrual issues like excessive pain or flow of the blood. Then hypothyroid, we'll practice sun salutations for the hypothyroid. Very good if we are practicing with the mantra chanting. So as you all are aware that this is comprised of 12 different yogic asanas, and each asana is associated with one mantra. So that is very much helpful for hypothyroid if the sun salutation is getting practiced with that particular mantra. So those members or a person who has hypothyroid, for them it is very beneficial to practice sun salutation with the mantra, because it balances out all the metabolism and reproductive system. Then again, similar poses almost: Vitalasan, Vajrasan, Dhanurasan, Vipreet Karni, Halasan. Vipreet Karni and Halasan is very beneficial for hypothyroidism because it again working on the thyroid gland, and which balances further the blood circulation. So in this, yes, it is very, very beneficial. Sarvangasana you can include, Matsyasana you can include, and then again in the end, Shavasana is the technique. So in this, Lom Vilom always to be practiced. In for hypothyroid, you can include the Bhastrika Pranayam, rapid breathing, like exhaling out, full. And then Ujjayi Pranayam you can include, Jiva Bandh and Siha Mudra and Jalandhar Bandh. So these few of the practices you will find very similar. It's not like that like particular disorder will have set of asanas which are not going to practice in other disorders. It has to be like it can come repeatedly also. Then for PCOS, PCOD, we will just understand what are the benefits of yoga. Of course, it reduces anxiety and offer calmness, and it builds muscles. So PCOS, PCOD का reason जो है main है insulin resistance का. So that in that part, yes, yoga helps a lot, and also it helps to solve the digestive disorders, right? And it helps in dealing the stressful situations. Because of PCOS, PCOD में क्या होता है, weight gain होता है या weight lose होता है. So for that point of view also it helps a lot. Then again you can include Surya Namaskar, Bala Asan, Baddha Konasana, Nauka Asan, Bharadwaj Asan, twisting pose, very helpful for the making the ovaries healthy and balance the blood pressure. Bhujangasana, then cat cow pose and Chakki Chalanasana. And then again in the end, Supta Konasana and Shavasana. For PCOS, PCOD, you can always include Bhramri and Anlom Vilom. And in the end, we can practice Yoni Mudra, which is again a hand gesture, symbolizes the womb or the uterus. So if we are practicing this Yoni Mudra during the meditation also, so it can help. So suppose one can sit making this kind of a mudra, and they can practice deep breathing for at least 5 to 10 minutes. So that will definitely be beneficial for a female if they are practicing while completely concentrating on the womb or the uterus part. All right. So that's what it for the presentation part. Let's get ready and for the practicals. All right. So far so good. Everyone can give me thumbs up. Okay. Let's start. So practicals mein there is not much to discuss in the presentations, I believe. It is more about to, practice, how much we can understand, how much we can experience. So as long as we are experiencing on our own, we can make others also experience. Otherwise, it is not difficult. It's not easy to experience with the others experience basically. So let's begin. Can you give me a sec? I forgot to bring my water bottle. Give me a sec, please. All right. So we'll begin with the Surya Namaskar. Okay. So let's stand on your mat. You all know how to practice the Surya Namaskar. At the same time, what I will do, I'll chant the mantras for you, and you also chant along with me. Okay. So do you want me to show the Surya Namaskar, or is it fine? If anybody is not aware of Surya Namaskars, then I'll show. Otherwise, I'll give the instructions and you all can practice. Is it fine? Or you want me to show once? Can I show once? Once? Okay. All right. So let's start. Second round, we will practice with the mantras. Let's take the position. Alright. Stand at the edge of your leg. Both feet together. Stand straight. Spine and neck in one line. Chin is parallel to the floor. Hands in Anjali Mudra next to your heart. Chin is parallel to the floor. Make sure your pelvic is in line with your spine. So this is the first pose when your hands are in Anjali Mudra next to your heart, Pranamasana. Raise your both hands up above your head. Lift them fully, lean back slightly. Hasuttanasana. Stretch your body fully. Then gently bend down from your waistline. Touch your toes, touch your ankle, touch your shin bone, whatever is comfortable to you. Padhastasana. Stay there. If you cannot touch the ground, if someone, I'm sure everyone is able to touch. If someone is not able to touch the ground from their hands, then they can gently bend the knees and come in Ardha Padhastasana, half forward bend. They can always come in half forward bend. All right, very nice. Everyone is able to do that. Full forward bend. Then gently take your right leg back, Ashtachalanasana. Very nice. Take your left leg back, Parvatasana. Knees down, chest down, chin to the ground, Ashtangasana. And then your spine, come in Bhujangasana. Tuck your toes back, buttocks to the ceiling, Parvatasana. Right leg back, between your both hands, Ashtanchalanasana. And left leg meeting right, Padhastasana. And both hands above your head, Hasuttanasana. And bring your hands to Namaste Mudra, Pranamasana. All right, good to go. Let's practice with the mantras. Okay. This you can include in before the puberty, before the menstruation, for the females, for the girls, adolescent girls. This you can include for the hypothyroid, and this you can include in the non-menstruating day if there is a irregularity also. Like basically for the healthy reproductive system, Surya Namaskar can be practiced. Okay. Now let's begin Pranamasana. Join your both hands. Both feet together. Om Mitraय Namaha. Raise your both hands up. Hasuttanasana. Om Ravaya Namaha. Hands to legs, big toes, Padhastasana. Om Suryaya Namaha. Left leg back, Ashtanchalanasana. Om Bhanve Namaha. Right leg back, Parvatasana. Om Khagaya Namaha. Knees down, chest down, chin to the ground, Ashtangasana. Om Pushne Namaha. Lengthen your spine. Yes, very nice. Bhujangasana. Om Hinyagarbhaya Namaha. Tuck your toes, buttock to the sky. Parvatasana. Om Mariche Namaha. Left leg ahead, Ashtanchalanasana. Om Adityaya Namaha. Right right leg ahead, meeting with the left, Padhastasan. Om Savitre Namaha. Hands to the sky, Hastuttanasana. Om Argaya Namaha. Hands to heart. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. All right, let's do in the flow. Ma'am, your voice is breaking. Not sure if the issue. Everyone can hear my voice without any distraction. Sony, it's clear to everyone. I guess from your side there might be some issue. Okay, so all are ready. Let's practice 4 more Surya Namaskars. I'll also do. Okay, so you understood the mantras. If you want, I can share in the separate thing. If you do not have the mantras, I believe you all are having. If you don't have, then I'll share. Okay, so let's practice. Come. Asana number 1, Pranamasan. Lift the hands. Asana number 2, Hastuttanasana. Hands to knee, toes. Asana number 3. Right leg back. Asana number 4. Left leg back. Asana number 5. Knees, chest, straight to the ground. Asana number 6. Lengthen your spine. Asana number 7. Buttocks to the sky. Asana number 8. Right leg ahead. Asana number 9. Left leg ahead. Asana number 10. Hands to the sky. Asana number 11. Both hands to heart. Asana number 12. Raise your both hands up. Asana number 2. Hands to the ground. Asana number 3. Left leg back. Asana number 4. Right leg back. Asana number 5. Knees, chest, chin to the ground. Asana number 8. Asana number 6. Sorry. Lengthen your spine. Asana number 7. Buttocks to the sky. Asana number 8. Left leg ahead. Ashtanchalanasana. Number 9. Right leg ahead. Asana number 10. Hands to the sky. Asana number 11. And hands to Pranam Namaste. Asana number 12. Come on, 2 more to go. Hands to the sky. Asana number 2. Hands to the ground. Asana number 3. Right leg back. Asana number 4. Left leg back. Asana number 5. Knees, chest, chin to the ground. Asana number 6. Lengthen your spine. Asana number 7. Buttocks to the sky. Asana number 8. Right leg ahead. Asana number 9. Left leg ahead. Asana number 10. Hands to the sky. Asana number 11. Hands to the center. Asana number 12. Let's take inhale. Pranamasana. Inhale up. Hastuttanasana. Exhale down. Padhastasana. Inhale, left leg back, Ashtanchalanasana. Right leg back, Parvatasana. Exhale down, Ashtangasana. Inhale up, Bhujangasana. Sky, buttocks to the sky, Parvatasana. Left leg ahead, Ashtanchalanasana. Right leg ahead, Padhastasana. Hands to sky, Hastuttanasana. And hands to heart, Pranamasana. All right, wonderful. Now after this, let's rest down in Balasana. At the end of your mat, rest down in Balasana. Come in the Vajrasana first. Spread your knees apart. mat width distance. Raise your both hands up, palm facing towards the front of the wall, and gently take the support of your palms in front of you and crawl ahead and go down. Make sure your buttocks and heels are touching with each other. Yes, very nice. Your buttocks are touching with heels together. If there is a gap between your buttocks and heels, then do not bend down completely. Go down till the time your buttocks and heels are touching with each other. Very nice. Let's remain there. Your palms are completely sticking with the ground. All edges are fixing of the palms with the ground. Elbows are lifted. Elbows are not touching with the ground. Elbows are a bit lifted from the ground. Yes. Stay there for a few breaths. Just relax yourself after the Surya Namaskars. Stay there, stay there. And while in Balasana, try to become aware of your breath. Feel the heartbeat. Very good pose to relax. Very good pose to become aware. And very good pose to compress your abdomen, to give some massage on its own to your abdomen. Keep breathing, keep breathe out. And while practicing this, you can always become aware of your center of your mid-throat region. Stay there for a few breaths. As it normalizes the blood throughout the body. So what we have just practiced, the dynamic poses through the Surya Namaskars. You're just trying to relax your blood while practicing this pose. Now slowly come on your all fours. Tabletop mein aa jaiye please. All the palms and the knees. All fours you know, right? Yes. Very nice. So all fours mein aane ke liye your knees and your hands are in one line. Yes. You all can see me, right? So your shoulder, your elbow and wrist should be in one line. Palms are resting on the ground. Your knees are hip width apart and your feet are relaxing on the ground from the back. And right now you are in neutral position of your spine. Now let's do cat cow pose, Majre Asana. Okay, so inhale, make an arch in your back and look up. Very nice. Exhale, make a round in your back and look down. Wonderful. Make a good round in your back. Inhale, arch in your back, look up. Look in front of you at one point. And in the final pose, be aware of your breath. Feel that your abdomen is completely tucked in with your back. All right. Exhale, make a round and look down. Inhale, look up, arch in your back. Exhale, look down, round in the back. Now practice on your own 4 to 5 times to experience this and try to match with the breath. On your own. Just like a moving meditation. So keep practicing. Arch in your back and round in your back.
So my experience is that this asana also helps the female at every stage of her life. Because it's making the spine completely supple and strengthened, working on the abdominal region. All right, now keep the spine neutral first and then slowly come in Vajrasana again. Keep your feet, knees together and relax. Relax here for a few breaths. Relax in Vajrasana for a few breaths. Let's practice Bharadwaj Asana. Okay. So for Bharadwaj Asana, I don't know, do you, what Kalavati ma'am? Do you contract pelvic floor muscles after exhale in cat-cow pose you are asking? So that is contraction and expansion you can always practice, that is Ashwini Mudra. What you are asking, right? So that can be practiced in cat-cow pose, that can be practiced in Setu Bandhasana. Definitely. Depend on the individual need and requirement, right? But otherwise, as of now, I did not practice. But in general, yes, you can always ask to practice Ashwini Mudra, Kegel exercise basically, contraction and expansion of the anus. Yes. All right. So Bharadwaj Asana ke liye, it requires definitely a flexibility, but at the same time, we can always practice with the variation. ठीक है? So let's, जिसको आता है, please start Bharadwaj Asana. So for that, you need to come in Vajrasana first and then place your left leg next to your perineum, this upper thigh, and then place the right feet on the ground. Right? Then raise your hands and then place the left hand on your right knee and right hand at the back of your sitting bone and then twist towards the right side. अगर ये नहीं होता है, so I suggest you what you can do, just place the right leg in front of you, okay? Right sole of the foot touching with the left knee and then gently twist towards the right side. That is also very much comfortable and give the same effect almost. अगर नीचे नहीं जाता है जमीन पे. So try to use the variations because see, हम लोग yoga practitioners हैं, we all can do, but it's not necessary that the member who is coming to learn from you, he or she is also flexible. So आप लोग जितना variations के साथ use करेंगे, that will help you to know and experience in a better manner. ठीक है? So use the variation, understand the effect. कि भारद्वाज आसन को जब हम वेरिएशन के साथ प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं तो क्या इफेक्ट मिलेगा मेंबर को. Place the leg in front of you and then practice. Can you show from back side also? Yes, definitely. Okay. So I sit in first Vajrasana. Okay. Then leg ये leg straight हो जाएगा and right leg को ऊपर रखा है मैंने थाई के. Cup shape hand 2 to 3 inches away from the sitting bone and just give a gentle twist to your spine. अगर किसी का हाथ पूरा जाता है so they can place the full arm, but उसमें फिर back lean back होगा. It should not be happen. आपको कप शेप में रखना है एंड देन यू कैन ट्विस्ट टुवर्ड्स द राइट साइड और लेफ्ट साइड. डॉक्टर शिल्पा, क्लियर? ओके. So that way you can practice. Practice with the both side, please, so that you can understand. Suppose अगर वेरिएशन में देना है तो जेंटल, जैसे हाफ पिजन पोज होता है, राइट? पिजन पोज की तरह जा रहा है, इसमें आगे से लेग वेरिएशन में, एंड देन स्ट्रेच एंड देन ट्विस्ट टुवर्ड्स द लेफ्ट साइड. Yes. Slowly come back and relax. Unfold the leg and relax. Relax in Vishramasana. Take few breaths. Then we'll move ahead. All right. Now let's practice with the loose pose Pasasana. ठीक है? तो उसके लिए आपको क्या करना है? You need to come on your both toes, both soles of the foot. All right, and then raise your right hand and take it at the back and hold it from the front and then twist towards the right side. Simple pose है. Gentle pressure दे रहे हैं, healthy pressure to the abdomen. Right. So जैसे अगर आप लोगों को आगे हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, मलासन में हम लोगों के लोअर पैर खुले हुए होते हैं. इसमें हम लोग इसको वेरिएशन में कर रहे हैं. दोनों हाथ को, ये तो हो गया वन वेरिएशन, जिनका हाथ पीछे नहीं जा सकता है. ठीक है? एंड द सेकंड वन इज यू नीड, can you show side? Yes, yes, yes. I'll show in all the sides. Yes. Okay. So suppose मेरा भी पूरा हाथ नहीं जाता है. What is the name of this asana? Pasa asana, loose pose. So देखिए, there are variation, multiple poses are there. ठीक है? अभी इसमें मेरा भी हाथ पीछे नहीं जाता है, so that's why I'm using the variation. ये वाला हाथ पीछे and this hand in front of on my knees. अगर आपका पीछे आ जा सकता है, so you can fold it and clasp your hands, which I cannot do. ठीक है? So very good for the strengthening of your lower abdomen. All right, as you can see, which variation when you can not get soles feet on the ground? Kalavati ma'am, can you explain? Unmute. When you cannot get soles feet on the ground. I did not understand the question.
Ma'am, she's trying to say that when in Malasana, we cannot sit with both the legs down. What we can do to support it?
Yes.
I think we can keep a towel below our feet and rest it on the ground like that.
नहीं, मलासन में हम अभी पासासना कर रहे हैं ना?
नहीं, लेकिन if we can we sit on our toes? It's okay, because sometimes everyone can't sit on their full toes.
नहीं,
So
तो उसका
can-
तरीका ये है. One second.
That's why I'm asking this. Can we sit
Yes.
on our toes?
Yes,
मेरा
sir.
तो ये है, use the blanket, ठीक है, and then sit with the soles, right?
Okay.
And then give some gentle twist to the back side.
Because you have to balance when you don't use the towel, and that is
Yes.
difficulty.
With this, it will be easy.
Okay, yes.
No, I'm asking. Please try with the blanket or with the bolster. Will this be easy for you? Please experience yourself.
Yes.
Whether it will be easy for you or not. Because I feel comfortable when I sit like this. Because my spine is straight, my buttock is getting support, and at the same time, I'm able to twist.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if someone is not able to come on their sole, and if they are not able to lift their spine and bend it, then definitely on the blanket you can stack it more. अगर किसी को जरूरत है तो आप 2 blanket भी use कर सकते हैं.
Okay.
All right. So
Yes.
उसके लिए आप इसको 8 fold भी बना सकते हैं और या फिर एक और blanket use कर सकते हैं.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Clear? Ready? Agreed? All are agreed with this? Okay. Okay. सीमा, I cannot do that original आसन. मैं आपको मलासन में वो चीज करके दिखा सकती हूँ, but इस वाले में मेरा भी अभी flexibility नहीं है. All right. इसमें जैसा कि pose में है, so basically पूरा hand यहाँ से जाता है and this cross comes here and this you have to entangle your hands like this, which I cannot do. I'm so sorry. Yes, it's there in the PPT. Okay. So I'm also still in a learning stage. So that's the reason my body is also not allowing me to do this. But yes. No. So Jalpa ji, वो जो मलासन होता है ना, that is totally different. उसमें आपके toes out, heels in होते हैं, right? उसमें आप second like hand को पूरा पीछे लेकर जाते हो और raise करके फिर hold करते हो, entangle करते हो. That is totally different. इसमें twisting जो होती है, इसमें जो effect आता है, that is different effect, right? और पासासना का effect जो है वो थोड़ा different है. Okay. So let's move ahead. Any query in chat box? Okay, fine.
दीप्ति, आसन का नाम बताना जरा प्लीज.
हाँ जी, पासासना, नूस पोज, NOOSE POSE.
Loose pose.
हाँ जी, पासा PASA. So basically, देखिए, few of the variations are in. This is not a hatha yogic pose, ठीक है? This is the vinyasa pose.
Okay.
ठीक है? So few of the asanas, yes, we consider from the hatha yoga, and few of the asanas, yes. Jalpa ji, right? Okay. So जैसे जितने भी स्टैंडिंग पोज है, वीरभद्र वॉरियर पोज के, वो हठ योगा में नहीं है.
Yes.
Right?
Right. Okay.
So let's move ahead. If all are agree and clear till this point, shall we move ahead? Okay. Let's understand the Parivrata Trikonasana. Let's stand on your mat. Two to 3 inches. 2 to 3 feet. I'm so sorry. 2 to 3 feet distance. Yeah. Lift your right leg. Lift it towards the right side of your mat, and your left heel is 45 degrees at least. towards the diagonally of your mat. Okay? Yes. Now raise your both hands at your shoulder level, palm facing downward. Alright? And slowly come. Okay, आप लोग ऊपर का नहीं देख पाए. Alright. So come. The pelvic should be facing towards the front side of the mat right now, and your hands are at your shoulder level in T shape, palm facing downward. Alright. Now, gently twist your body. Take your left hand towards the right leg and place it at the outer side of your right foot and look up at your right hand. Parivrata Trikona Asana. कर पा रहे हैं सब लोग? Yes, very nice. Stay there for few breaths. Now slowly look down. धीरे से नीचे देखिए, नीचे वाले हाथ की तरफ. Take the support of your right leg and slowly come up in the center. Now lift your right leg, keep it to the parallel of your left leg, and take your left leg, take it outside of your outer side of your left mat. Right leg is 45 degree. Knee को foot को 45 degree में करिए. Pelvic को left side घुमा दीजिए. Yes. Hands are parallel to like in the T shape, palm facing downward. Now rotate your body, lower body, and from your right hand, touch the outer edge of your left foot, and slowly gaze at your left hand. Yes, very nice. Stay there for few breaths. And feel the twisting which is coming up in your abdomen right now. And slowly come back. And toe heel, come back in the center. Comfortable? All are comfortable, right? Parivrata Trikonasana. Okay. Now, let's move ahead. Let's sit down and we will do some lying down pose, Bhujangasana and Dhanurasana on our abdomen. And then we will move ahead with the sitting postures. All right. So lie down on your mat, on your abdomen. Rest on your one side of your cheek. Both feet together. Forehead on the ground. Hands by the side of your chest. Elbows parallel to each other. Both feet together from the back. And slowly raise your forehead up and then chest up. Very nice. So neck को बहुत ज़्यादा पीछे मत लेकर जाइए. Neck is very delicate part. So इसको थोड़ा सा सामने रखिए, so that neck में cramp ना आए. So भुजंगासन को practice करने के लिए relax your shoulders relax करिए Dr. Shilpa. And now feel the difference. Elbows bend रहेंगे सुमित जी. भुजंगासन में elbows bend रहते हैं. Simple. Not बहुत पीछे, not shoulders ऊपर. बिल्कुल relax. Elbows slightly bend and look in front. And breathe in, breathe out. Very gently. Feel the arch in your lower back. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly come back. Relax your chest, relax your forehead on the ground.
Very nice. You can relax in Makarasana if you want. Toes out, heels in, and relax your forehead on your forearms. Spread your feet out. दोनों पैरों को legs को बाहर spread कर दो अच्छे से. Outside of your body. And toes out, heels in. Makarasana. Your both forehead are resting on your forehead is resting on your forearm. I feel cracking in the neck. Too much work. While practicing Bhujangasana, Kalavati ma'am. Okay. Okay. All right. So now let's get ready for Dhanurasana, bow pose. Okay. Place your forehead on the ground. Bring your both feet together. Hold your legs from the knees. Catch your ankles from your both hands. Very gently. No hasty movements. And slowly lift your upper body and lower body. Come on your abdomen. Now look up. Look in front of you at one point. Yes, very nice. Very nice. And with every exhale, push more. Push more. Push more. All right. Now try to catch your ankles only. Ankle के बिल्कुल जहाँ पर joint है ना वहाँ से पकड़ो और toes को flex कर दो पीछे की तरफ. Toes को पीछे की तरफ flex कर दो. Yes. Yes. And now see, can you able to lift more? Yes. Lift more. Yes. Very nice. Open your collarbone. Open your chest. More and more. Wonderful. Wonderful. Very nice. And now gently release and relax on the ground. Relax. Relax in Balasana on one side. No, so Balasana on one side, that is one more pose in Balasana. If you are aware of. We lie down on our abdomen, okay? One hand is above our forehead and one leg is folded from the knee and the other hand is in front of your chest and we are resting on one side of our cheek. So this is also called Balasana. And after all the abdominal postures, it is very good to relax in this pose to soothe our abdomen. Stay there for a couple of breaths. Let's rest on the other side. Very nice. Stay there for a couple of more breaths. Now slowly come on your back. Back par aa jaiye. And let's try to practice Matsyasana. Matsyasana with the legs spread, not in Padmasana. Okay. So take the support of your both palms by the side of your ears. Very nice. And lift your neck up. Stay there for a few breaths.
Slowly release. Release the posture. And relax here in Shavasana for few breaths. Feet apart, hands apart from the body. Relax it. All right. Now slowly turn to one side and come and sit in Sukhasana or in Dandasana. Let's practice Jambu Shinasana. Fold your left leg. Place the sole at the right thigh. Ankle is in perineum. All are ready. Spine straight. Raise your both arms. Lean back slightly and then bend down. Try to catch your big toe from your first two fingers or your ankle or your shin bone, whatever is comfortable to you. Very nice. And as we practiced on the other day, same rule will apply here. We will not try to touch our forehead to the knee. We will try to touch first our abdomen to the thigh, upper thigh. So for that, gazing will be at the big toe thumb. And with every exhale, create some more space and then bend down. Elbows are little bit bending. And with every exhale, bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down. Release and surrender, release and surrender, release and surrender. And slowly bring your hands by the side of your legs, palm facing downward. And then while straightening up your hands and straightening up your spine, slowly come back. Release the left leg and place the right sole and the right foot, right thigh, left thigh. Now make sure while doing this, your thigh is not lifted up. Thigh जितना जमीन से रहेगा उतना आप bend कर पाओगे. ठीक है? So try करो धीरे-धीरे. In the beginning it happens that thigh is lifting up, but slowly, gradually try कि जब तक thigh नहीं उठे, जितना thigh नीचे रहेगा उतना ही हम जाएंगे. अगर thigh उठना शुरू हो गया, so it means we are doing wrong. This knee is getting lifted up. So it means we are doing wrong. ये knee जमीन से ही रहना चाहिए. Till the time only we will bend down. Right? Now slowly raise your hands up, stretch them, lean back, and then bend from your lower back first, then middle back, and then your upper chest. Gazing at your big toe thumb, and with every exhale, bend down. You are bending from the tip of your tailbone. Tip of your tailbone. Think about that tip of the tailbone. Whatever bending is happening right now, it's happening from that tip. Not from your middle back, not from your upper back, neither from your neck. It is happening from the tip of your tailbone. You're stretching your full spine towards your leg. And you're trying to surrender as much as you can with every exhale. Wonderful. Bring your hands by the side of your leg, palm facing downward. Stretch them fully and then straighten up them and then slowly come back. And release your legs, rest in Vishramasana. So benefit क्या है जानु शीरासन का? Working on our abdomen, right? At the same time, menstruation में क्या होता है? Hormones बनने बंद हो जाते हैं, प्रोजेस्टेरोन जो भी hormones का imbalancing होता है, and these poses, whatever we are giving the contraction or expansion in the backward poses and in the forward poses, what it's doing, it's balancing out your HPO axis. It's sending the good signals to your pituitary gland, and it is balancing out all the hormonal process, right? So while doing these poses, just bring those thought and bring that awareness to your mind, like when you are teaching to the member, when you're teaching to the woman, that yes, you need to work on those particular parts of your body where it is affecting. So suppose while bending down, you can always say that it is giving you healthy pressure to your abdomen, and it's creating all those good hormones. You can take those hormones names also if you want to, if they are aware with the scientific terms, then you can always include those scientific terms also in the practices. So that way they will create more, they will connect more basically with their own body, right? So what we do practices in the asanas, how we connect with ourselves. So similarly, we'll trying to create that awareness into the female, right? Let's move ahead from Janu Shirasana. We will practice now Nauka Asana and then Ustrasana. Okay. So Nauka Asana, like as it practiced in the variations again. So few of the school teaches in the supine postures, but now we are doing in the very much in a sitting posture. Okay, so we are sitting on the buttocks in the danda pose, staff pose, placing the hands by the side of your buttocks, little bit behind from your buttocks, palms on the ground, spine straight. Fold your legs from the knees, place the foot on the ground, okay, and slowly bend down, bend back little bit. Take the support of your palms and lift your legs up. Make sure your ankle and his knee are in one line. Stay there for few breaths. That is the very first variation. जिनको नौका पोज नहीं आता है, आप उनको beginning में ये first pose दे सकते हो. Spine straight and knee and ankle are in one line. Now, second variation. धीरे से buttocks पे जैसी support आ गया उनको, lift their hands and bring it by the side of their legs. Fingers spread so that they can maintain the balance. Fingers spread. Stay there and feel the contraction of their hands. Very nice. Now, third variation and the final pose. Straight your legs up. Look at the big toe thumbs. Spread your fingers. Open your chest. Open your collarbone. And stay there. Feel the contraction in your abdomen. Feel the legs. Feel the core. Stay there. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Now slowly reverse order, come back, fold your legs from the knees by the side, and then slowly bring your hands by the side of your buttocks, and then relax your legs on the ground. All right, good to go. If you would like to practice one more time on your own, please practice, and you can ask if there is any question. So Nauka Asana is not only helping for the abdominal part, not only helping for the strengthening the core, it is also helping in reducing the weight. Multiple variations, it can turn into dynamic exercise also, and it can be practiced in the asana form also.
So very good pose, my favorite pose it is. I don't know others. It is one of my favorite poses. Because I have gradually growing in this pose. I was not able to do this pose at all in this way, but I'm gradually growing in this pose. So that is why it's my favorite pose. So when you see yourself growing slowly, 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 so it becomes favorite also at times. All right. Now, let's do Ushtrasana. Come on your knees. Knees apart, hip width distance. Tuck your toes from the back or flatten your toes for the full pose. Multiple variations. Beginning में just place your hands on your buttocks, finger facing downward, elbows parallel to each other. I'll show 1 minute. Okay. So beginning में flatten your toes, hip width distance in your knees. Place your hands buttocks at the lower back and middle back, elbows parallel to each other. So जैसे हम elbows parallel बोलते हैं, it means your chest gets open, your collarbone gets expanded, your navel is get lifted, your sternum plate gets lifted. So just understand why the elbows are parallel to each other. So it means it is working on the front side of your body. क्योंकि आपने shoulder blades को contract कर दिया with the body brace. Now lift your body, look up, and then bend down. Bend down from your lower back as much as you can. Now again, बहुत ज़्यादा neck पीछे नहीं जाएगा. Chin is slightly tucking to your chest. Chin is slightly tucking to your chest. Neck इसमें भी पीछे नहीं जाएगा. Yes, crank नहीं करेंगे बिल्कुल. All right. Wonderful. Slowly come back and relax. So have a look once. I know you all know all these techniques, but I am just emphasizing. Reason being कि ठीक है. एक बार discuss कर लेते हैं so that you also can remember. So while going down, elbows parallel. मैं कैसे नहीं करना है? दर्द हो जाएगा. पीछे जाएंगे तो injury होगी. Slightly tucking to the chest, comfortable, and bending down as much as you can. All right, and your hip line and knee are in one line. It is not going piche. It is not going aage. It is in one line fully. Contract your abdomen and then bend down. Elbows parallel. Open your chest up and slowly come back. Variation number 1. Variation number 2. Tuck in your toes and then let's practice. So variation number 2 में toes को tuck in करके rotate your right hand, place the right hand at your right ankle, and then rotate your left hand and place your left hand on your left ankle, back side of you, and then lift your navel, lift your sternum plate and look up. Again neck पीछे नहीं जाएगा. Look up and lift करते रहो आगे की तरफ. Chest को open करते रहो. Very nice. Slowly rotate your left hand, bring it back, place it on your left thigh, and rotate your right hand, place it on your right thigh. Now the third variation, full Ushtrasana. Flatten your toes पीछे से and then place your palms on your sole of the foot. Right? Let's practice. If someone wants to practice that. And immediately go in Shashankasana again. Spread your knees and relax your spine. Few of the poses are always require counter pose. So for Ushtrasana, this is the one pose which has to be practiced after Ushtrasana. Because your spine completely gets compressed. So make it normal. It is always healthy practice to do Shashank Asana. And slowly crawl your hands and come back. हाथों से crawl करके धीरे धीरे वापस आइए and then relax. Relax in Vishramasana. All right. Sorry, I forgot. Did we did on that day चक्की चालन? हमने चक्की चालन किया था, right? है ना? हाँ. So आज नहीं करते हैं वो because you all are aware now. So we will not do. Now we will practice some abdominal breathing. Only abdominal breathing with the Pranadharana. ठीक है? Let's practice. Let's sit comfortably. Make a yoni mudra. Yoni mudra के लिए क्या करना है आपको? Fold your, so first both thumbs are touching with each other and both fingers are touching with each other, and middle finger also touching with each other. Right, ठीक है? And then place it on your womb. So basically जो thumb है वो navel पे touch होगा, ठीक है? And जो fingers है वो going down. Yes. Visible है सबको? देख पा रहे हैं, right? हाँ. So जो navel पर है वो thumb है. So basically जो center pose है वो पूरा coming in this posture, right? In a uterus shape, basically, if you see what it becomes, right? So place it there at your navel and stay there. Keep the spine upright, shoulders relaxed, and when you feel so, gently close your eyes. Watch your breath. Let it become natural and normal. Do not try to change your breath. Let it come, let it go. You are sitting right now comfortably on the ground. And you are trying to be still as much as you can. Now gently bring your awareness completely at your abdomen. Watch the breath at your navel center. Watch the breath during inhalation and exhalation. Now, when you are ready, we will do equal breathing practice. With the inhalation, we'll complete the inhalation in 4 counts. And we will try to complete the exhalation also in 4 counts, while keeping the complete awareness at our navel region and our pubic region. Let's begin. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2,
Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Last round. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Slowly stop the practice of equal breathing. Release your hands, press them on your knees. Relax for a few breaths. Keep your breath as normal, as natural as it can be. And be with your awareness of your breath. When you are ready, gently join your both palms next to your heart. Okay, I'm so sorry. Please join your both hands in Namaste Mudra next to your heart. Let's honor yourself. Let's honor your practice while joining your both hands in front of your heart. Take a long inhalation and let's chant 3 Omkars together. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently rub your palms. Take some heat, cup your eyes, cup your face, give some warmth. Go down to the divinity, offer some gratitude to Mother Earth. Blink your eyes, open and look at Mother Earth. And slowly come up with a smile on your face. Thank you so much for your practice. Now you can ask any question if you have. All good? Shall we end the session? Okay. Thank you so much. PPTs have already been uploaded to the G Drive. If you have any query, you can post in the group and I'll try to reply. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am. It was a wonderful experience.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.